And welcome to the climax of the Dream11 Spice Isle 10-10 cricket here at the National Stadium. And the Cinnamon Pacers, they're coming up against the Nutmeg Warriors. I can tell you, this should be very much of a cracker. The teams, of course, having photo shots being done. Of course, all of that will be done for the records. And as usual, Kerry Frank is with the two captains for the toss.
Welcome to the toss for the most important match of the Dream11 Spice Isle T10 Edition 1. Two teams who are played good cricket to reach here on the final day in the final match. Cinnamon Pacers and Nutmeg Warriors. It promises to be a game of thrills and excitement, and we will crown a champion. Joining me at the toss, we have the match referee for this match and for all matches in the tournament, Mr. Carl Felix. Our third umpire for this match, Mr. Anderson Madison, and our two captains, Cinnamon Pacers led by Micah Narine and Nutmeg Warriors led by the man himself, Andre Spiceman Fletcher. Mr. Match Referee, it's over to you. The call is ahead, and it's a tail. Cinnamon Pacers and Micah Narine has won another toss. Micah, first of all, congratulations to you guys on playing here, reaching the final match of the tournament. Must be a good feeling in the camp knowing that you're in the final of the first edition of the Spice Isle T10 tournament.
First of all, I want to thank the Almighty for bringing us here safe, and thank you very much.
Winning the toss in the most important final was the decision of Cinnamon Pacers.
I'm going to have a field first.
Any particular thinking behind that decision?
Well, things been working in our favor by chasing, so I think we're going to stick to the plan.
Yesterday you had a very close encounter yesterday, a very close one might say. What is the mood in the dressing room like overnight coming into today?
Well, I think these guys are really pumped up. Yesterday's game gone, we're playing today's game, so I think we all put in frame of mind and stick to the plan and come out today and play good cricket and try to be victorious. The
matchup with Nutmeg Warriors is the third time you're facing that team in the tournament. The first time they beat you by 10 wickets, the second time you would have won that match, and now sorry, it was rained out. Thank you for the correction. It was rained out, so you have not beaten them technically. You have not beaten them yet in the tournament. Looking forward to coming up against Andre Spiceman's Fletcher Nutmeg Warriors.
Of course. I mean, as I said from the beginning, each game is a final, and today is the day that it is the final. And I'm here to come and play cricket and come and be victorious today. All right,
well, Micah, we want to wish you and Cinnamon Pacers all the best for this very important final, and we look forward to an interesting encounter between two top teams.
Thank you.
Andre Spiceman Fletcher, losing the toss, being asked to bat first. Your thoughts?
Well, I don't have any control over the toss. If we had won the toss, we would have bowled first as well. So it's just for us to come out there and put the runs on the board, try to get a big total, and then restrict them for as less as possible.
For the last couple of games, you have played some very high-intensity cricket, 3 games on a row, which you played really good. Yesterday in the semi-final, you really took it away from Saffron Strikers. Must be feeling good about the way you guys have been playing in the business end of the tournament.
Of course, from the start, the word has been spoken that we would come last in the tournament. I don't know why, but you know, the thing that I love is that my players, you know, we have been very confident. In spite of the circumstances, we've been back on the ropes, as we normally say, and you know, we always believe, and you know, not only believing that we would win the game, but we believe that also that there is a creator who is Jesus Christ, and we also, you know, we always put him first in whatsoever we do, and today is no exception. We will also continue to do what we do best, continue to put him first, and the result will take care of itself.
You yourself, you're one of the most travelled Grenadian cricketers who've gone all over the globe playing cricket. Must be a good feeling to play in a big match like that right here on your home soil.
Of course, it's a first time Spice Isle T10 tournament, and you know, it's good to be in the finals. Knowing that my nickname is Spiceman, so it's a pleasure to be in that tournament, and hopefully I can win the first tournament and yeah, have a smile on my face, enjoy it with the players, and you know, lift the trophy.
Well, Spiceman, we want to wish you guys, we want to congratulate you for all you have done so far in the tournament.
It's going to be the first match, the first ball, bowled by Williams. He's going to be into ball to Fletcher. Fletcher gets a good delivery outside the off stump. He went rather tentatively at that one, did not make contact, and the keeper collecting behind the stumps. So Fletcher and Regis opening for the Warriors. They've done that, maybe not with great consistency, but both have contributed well to the success stories of the Warriors. Turns once more is Williams in now to bowl to Fletcher. Fletcher is off the back foot, pulls that fine shot through mid-wicket, 4 runs. Well, it got the treatment it deserved. That was short, onto the back foot he went, and he lifted it over the infield. It went very fast too, and even Javel St. Paul, who's there at mid-wicket, just looked at it go by very quickly down to the boundary for 4. He's going to be a key man here, both he and of course Regis. They're going to be very important to a total that Nutmeg Warrior really would bring. Here once more is Edwards now, and in and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher gets a delivery that he drives, gets it up to mid-off. Mike Narayan comes in from a straightish extra cover, picks the ball up. The ball was pushed back to the bowler, didn't really feel it well on his follow through. Fletcher's gone to 5. Total is, well, all 5. Regis now comes in to strike. So Fletcher, Alexis, Andrew, Charles, Cyrus, Jackson, Joseph, McDonald, Regis, Simon, Thomas. That's the lineup for the Nutmeg Warriors. As here once more is Williams. Nice straightish approach. He's going to move in now to bowl to Regis, who to this delivery is pushing up on the offside, made a few exploratory steps down the track, and then realized that Fletcher was not responding. Total remains at 5 without loss. St. Paul coming in rather quickly there from the cover, prevented the batsman from crossing for the single. So this is the final between these two, as Williams moves in once more to bowl to Regis, who is looking to swing that as an appeal for his bowled him, has he? Yes, he's bowled, looking to swing that across the line. No, that was not a good shot at all. Uncharacteristic there, outside the off stump, and looking, well, no, just about the middle and off, I would say. Might have gotten an inside edge. Did he, Rafael, or not?
It seemed to have gone straight on.
Straight on. Ooh, so Regis goes, bowled by Williams without scoring, and as I said, it looks a little bit uncharacteristic. He's not that kind of player, but he goes back without scoring, and the Nutmeg Warriors, they've lost the first wicket. It's 5 for 1.
Yeah, bad shot by Regis. I don't think the ball was short enough for that shot, and it actually stayed down, so he didn't get up, and he was looking to pull, and you could see as he went into the shot, he really have to come down as the ball stayed a bit. But they would have really wanted a good partnership. This pair have had the highest opening partnership in the tournament, 120, and really they would have been hoping Nutmeg Warriors to get off to a really good start.
Yes, they just had to settle in, you know. It doesn't mean because it's 10-10 that you've got to gallop off the block, you know. With all the steam in the world, you can gradually gain momentum. Akeem Alexis is the new batsman. Here is Williams in and bowls to Alexis, leaves that alone outside the off stump. That was fairly wide, but not wide enough to be confirmed as a wide. So Ruel Williams, successful 1 for 5. First over he is bowled. Fletcher is 5, will be taking strike. Akeem Alexis yet to score. And the Warriors, they've got a setback early in the innings. It's 5 for 1.
Yeah, good over by Williams, with the exception of that short ball that was hit down to mid-wicket. Fletcher looks very confident. He played a good pull shot, and a lot will depend on him as a captain. He would, I guess, really would be endeavoring to bat through those 10 overs if Nutmeg Warriors going to get up this sort of score that would challenge the strong batting of Cinnamon Pieces. Fletcher, we really would have to come good today.
Yes, he has to come big. He understands that the most consistent batsman on his team, Warriors team, he's departed. That's Regis. So Fletcher has to think now about batting right through the innings. That's an important feature and factor. And also being the captain, he would have to think about leading, not just spearheading the batting, but making sure that he leads this team correctly, well calculated, And it will be Javel St. Paul who is going to move in from the far end to bowl to Fletcher. Here is St. Paul in now and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is looking to hit that through the offside. Doesn't make contact. That was a good delivery just outside the off stump. And it was a good length too. I think that is what was most interesting about that ball. Not just the line, but the length was good.
Well, he also was able to get good bunks there. That ball had good carriers. Fletcher was looking to hit somewhere square of the back foot. Just seemed to have left him a bit.
St. Paul once more. He's passing the umpire now and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is tugging that behind square. This is going to be a chase yet. Wouldn't get all the way to the boundary, I doubt. It's going to be pulled back just inside, but the pulling back was a little bit overweighted, and the fielder going back to support as a supporting cast just overran the ball a bit. So 2 runs to Fletcher off a pull. He's gone to 7. And the total, is on 7 for 1.
Yeah, control shot there by Fletcher. Not looking to hit too hard. Again, that ball didn't come up, but he got over it and hit it all along the ground.
Here is St. Paul wants to bowl to Fletcher, who comes forward, opens the face of the bat. He's got to hurry. The return comes in, and Alexis wasn't responding. Fletcher was meandering down the track. It was supposed to be Alexis's call because the ball is behind Fletcher, so it was for Alexis to say yay or nay. As to whether there was any call at all, I don't know, but Fletcher was intent on taking the single, and Akeem Alexis was not responding at all, and the throw came in, but Fletcher was able to get back in his ground.
Yes, lucky to do so. I think it went straight to the fielder, and Fletcher taking a few steps down. Alexis really is the one that had to call very early and say no.
Here once more is Fletcher facing up to St. Paul, and he drives that through mid-wicket. This is going to go close to the boundary. Will it get there? No. Good diving stop down at the mid-wicket position. The return comes in, and they get 2. Maybe not as controlled as he would have liked. Maybe he was looking to hit that a little straighter ball, maybe taking more the inner portion of the bat, but got it nicely on the ground through mid-wicket. 2 more to Fletcher. So he scored all 9 runs so far. We're in over number 2. As St. Paul moves in once more to Fletcher, who to this delivery is coming forward and drives the ball up to extra cover. Narayan is feeling there, and there is no run. Good delivery right up, and could only drive the ball with no great power. The timing was just about right too, but couldn't pierce that field there.
Yeah, cautious start by Fletcher. Ball pitched up on a good link. Not looking to hit it too hard, but push it to cover.
St. Paul to bowl to Fletcher. Fletcher is looking to turn that up on the onside, looking to swing it rather down to forward square, and doesn't make contact. The ball cannons maybe into the thigh pad area. So that completes the over. 2 overs gone. Not a fast dynamic start here by Nutmeg Warriors. The run rate is just 5. Fletcher has gone to 10. It's 10 for 1.
Good start by the Pacers. St. Paul just going for 5 in his first over. Bowling good line just outside the off stump. That last delivery, shortish delivery again, didn't make the height, and Fletcher looking to hit through mid-wicket. Just got himself in a little bit of tangle there. It seemed to just come hit high up on the tie, and the batsman taking up a single off the bat onto the tie, and he was able to pick up a single, but certainly a good over by St. Paul.
Yeah, that's right. And Hazard has dislodged with the cap. He's gone for the helmet. One of the things that so many of our keepers are doing these days, they're keeping with the helmet on for the slow bowlers, just in case there might be some bad bounce or the ball's really coming off the edge quickly. So it's a protective means, and I think that's pretty good. Micah Narayan has just brought himself into the attack, and he's going to prepare to bowl to Fletcher, who is 10. All 10 runs scored so far. Here is Narayan in now and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is hitting that ball hard down to Arthur Nez. Won't score. Arthur Nez moves across rather quickly. A lot of bottom hand into that shot. Fletcher looks a little tentative, and I could understand that too, because I guess he doesn't have the best batting lineup in the world, and this is the final. He'll want to carry his bat right through. Narayan moves in once more to bowl to Fletcher, who to this delivery is looking to heave that over long on. Must have taken an outside edge. That's going to go all the way into the boundary. No, that's 4 wide. Well, he missed everything. That is, Fletcher was looking for the big heave, didn't make any contact, and Hazard behind the stumps missed that one too, and it went down to the boundary for 4. So extras have come off the map. No, they've gone to 5 now, and the total has moved on to 15 for 1.
Yeah, good call by the umpire. Ball pitched up wide of the off stump. Fletcher looking to hit over long one, made no contact, and the keeper really had some difficulty here.
Narayan to Fletcher outside the off stump. Wide signal by the umpire. That one was even slightly wider. 1 more to the total. It's gone to 16. 16 for 1.
So there's a definite plan. Narayan opening the bowling with St. Paul. So he's going to bowl full and wide. As we see the extra cover on the boundary, the long off on the boundary. So really the plan is to have Fletcher hitting in the air in that direction.
Narayan to Fletcher. Way outside the off stump again. That's another wide. Well, we hope that this doesn't backfire in the end. The ploy is to pitch it wide and full outside the off stump and ask Fletcher to slash at it. And so far, 2 consecutive wides. 17 for 1. Narayan goes back, turns from the top of his mark, moves in now to bowl to Fletcher. He's just about there and bowls, and Fletcher has a swing at that one outside the off stump. That was, I think it's confirmed. He was a little bit belated in confirming, and that went all the way down to the behind the keeper too. So 4 wides again signal by the umpire. Now this is not good bowling. I understand what he's trying to do, but you can't be spearing it so wide that the keeper has a problem. Now Hazard goes right back. Just to be on the safe side, maybe Michael Narayan says to him, look, you need to go back, don't be standing up.
Yeah, good move to have him stand back. But he's now bringing in the extra cover on the boundary. Let's see what happens. He's going to go into the circle, and the long on to come back on the boundary. So he probably going to bowl a bit straighter now. Here
he is now and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is advancing down the track, and they will get a single as he came down, but I think Narayan saw him coming and sort of speared it into the middle on the leg stump, but Fletcher was able to dig it out and push the ball up to long off. Got a single. So Fletcher has gotten to 11. The total has moved on to 23. Extras are 12. Now that's rather expensive. Brings Akeem Alexis, who is yet to score. Just the 1 ball he has faced so far as Narayan moves in. Passes the umpire. Now he's there and bowls to Alexis. Alexis hits the ball hard, not with the kind of sweet timing that you would expect. Narayan is there and didn't field it cleanly. Allowed the batsman to cross for 1 rather comfortably in the end. So Alexis is off the mark finally. He's on 1. Fletcher, who is on 11, comes into strike. 24 for 1. 9.60 is the run rate so far as Narayan moves in now to bowl to Fletcher. Fletcher is getting a full toss that he tugs down to Arthur Nails, who is feeling down on the long on boundary, and they amble a single. So the return comes in to Hazard, a good one, and the Warriors off to, I would think, a rather quiet start. 25 for 1. I think they'll want to make sure that they have wickets in hand and go down to the death over. Here he is once more. Is Narayan in and bowls to Alexis. Alexis is hitting that hard into the ground. They will go through for a quick single. They've got to hurry. The return comes in. The stumps were hit, but he was there. And that effort there by Williams, was it?
Williams.
Yeah, Royal Williams. There at extra cover. Did good work, but Akeem Alexis was coming home rather quickly. Got there. 26 for 1. Fletcher comes back into strike as once more is Narayan moves in. None for 16 so far. Up now and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is turning that up on the onside rather comfortably and gets a single. That completes the over. So Narayan's over, rather expensive one, and not that he was bullied all over the place. The fact that he sprayed it just too wide outside the off stump. 27 for 1.
Yes, he came in a definite plan to bowl to Fletcher. That is to keep the ball wide of the off stump, and with a long off and an extra cover right back on the boundary. It meant that Fletcher had to really reach for it and I guess looking for him to drive and give the opportunity to those two fielders on the boundary. And in the meantime, the keeper standing up. 2 4-bys went, but came back strongly at the end of the over and keep things rather tightly. Again, trying to keep the ball up to the bat, just giving the opportunity just for the batsman to play the drives on the front foot. So haven't been a bad over, going for 17.
Kenroy Peters will be taking up the bowling from the southern or River Road end, and he's going to be preparing to bowl to Andre Fletcher, who is on 13. It's been a quiet knock by Fletcher so far. 13 of 13 deliveries.
Yeah, well, I think he's intent on batting through, I think, which he must do. So we probably might see him being a bit more careful.
Here is Peters in now. Over the wicket bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is off the back foot and looking to cut that to the offside. Doesn't make contact.
Yeah, and this is one that you really would have get onto. But you can see him being very cautious, is Fletcher.
Peters once more in now. Bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is swinging that down to backward square, 4 runs. Well, it was pitched on about the leg stump, and he came inside the line and just sort of helped it on its way down to backward square. 4 runs to Fletcher. Brings his total now to 14, and the total has gone to... Oh, is that correct? Is that 28? No, 31. I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's 31 and Fletcher's got to 17. That's right. So here once more is Peters in and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is pulling that down to the forward square area. 4 more runs. Now that was a bad delivery. It was a rank long hop. He rocked onto the back foot, Fletcher, and with consummate ease, didn't bully it, but just caressed it over the infield down to the boundary for 4. He moves on now to 21, and they've gone quickly now to 35 for 1.
Yeah, short delivery, given the right treatment, hit over mid-wicket, and went down to the boundary for 4.
Peters to Fletcher. Fletcher comes forward, turns it up on the onside. Thought for a moment for a single. Peters made a few exploratory steps, but then sent back by Fletcher. Total remains on 35 for 1. As Peters once more in, bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is looking to tug that. Maybe a lot of bottom hand into it. Lost his shape. Should have gone straight with that down the ground. And ball goes just behind square on the leg side. Campbell fielded. No runs. Here once more is Peters in, bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is looking to heave that over long on. Doesn't make contact. The keeper didn't collect well behind the stumps. That completes the over. So 4 overs gone. Not a big power play, so to speak. 35 runs coming off those 4 overs. 8.75 is the run rate with Fletcher's 21, Akim Alexis 2.
Yeah, good over by Peters, giving the ball a lot of air, not trying to bowl too fast. We see Fletcher missing that, looking to hit this one over long on. Again, the ball is not coming, and we have seen it with the slower bowlers from the first game. That the spinners, the ball is really coming to rather slowly. It makes it difficult really to play shots. You really just have to readjust. As we see Peters in his first over, giving the ball a lot of air, just going for 8 runs in his first over.
Yes, 8 runs in his first over. I think he had a couple of boundaries in those. Yes, the second and third deliveries were 4, and the last 3 were dot balls. So it was a great comeback.
Yeah, even this short ball was hit over mid-wicket on a really... Normally Fletcher would have tried to hit that thing over the boundary, but again he played just a bit too early with the ball not coming on as quickly, but was able to get it safely over mid-wicket.
Kobe John is pulled into the attack. Here he is moving into bowl to Alexis. Alexis is down the track and looking to hit that through the squarish cover position. Doesn't make contact, and the ball goes all the way down to the boundary for 4. 4 wide signal by the umpire. That was way outside the off stump. Difficult take there for Hazard. Can't really blame him too much. It was so far outside the off stump. He's not having the best of game, meaning that so many wides have gone past him. Can't always be faulted. 40 for 1. As it's going to be once more. Kobe John moves in now to bowl to Alexis, who is off the back foot, hits it in the air over the close in fielder down to the third man area for 4. Well, that's not where he really wanted it to go, but it went over the third man area down to the boundary for 4. The ball taking more the outer portion of the bat, and it yielded 4 runs. So, well, Akeem Alexis has gone out to 6, 44 for 1. As here once more is Nicobi John. Moves in to ball to Alexis. Alexis is down the track and having a big swish at that one. He's out stump. Down the track, he was coming and was looking to heave that over the long on area. And Hazard was there and the stumping was done. He didn't have chance to get back there. So though it was a white signal, but it caused a dismissal. And so they've lost another wicket. Nutmeg Warriors. Akeem Alexis, stumped by Hazard of the bowling of John for 6, is 45 for 2.
There's a definite plan in the attack of Cinnamon Pieces. Again, ball pitch giving a lot of very slow and wide of the off stump. Alexis have to not only come down but have to get across to that delivery, which was really difficult. Looking to hit to over long off and missed, and was easy stumping chance. But it really seems as though the Cinnamon Pieces certainly has read it right in terms of the attack. They're not giving the batsman much to hit. They have to go after it, and with no pace on the delivery, sometimes it can be difficult.
Yeah, I'm really glad though for Hazard. He had such a torrid time behind the stumps, really, and not that it was his fault, but that's how it goes, the game of cricket. So the new batsman is Donald McDonald, as here is Nicobi John in now to bowl to McDonald, who to this delivery is coming forward. Lift that in the air. Somebody's going under it. Arzenez. The catch is not taken. Dropped just in front of him. Perilously close. And well, he survives. Ooh, that was close. It really was close. He had to come off the boundary. That Arzenez couldn't turn it into a catch. Here once more is John in now to bowl to Fletcher. Fletcher is leaving that alone wide outside the off stump, confirmed by the umpire, but they've got to be careful here because I think there are 18 extras already on the board. Here once more is John in to bowl to Fletcher. Fletcher is leaving that alone outside the off stump, wide again, says the umpire. Oh, I know they're going at a plan here, but I think they're getting it wrong. Total has gone to 47 for 2. John once more in now. Bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher gets one way outside the off stump. It will be another wide, confirmed by the umpire. Well, all Fletcher would probably have to do is just to stand up there and let him bowl, and the wides will get the score going along. What a thing. 49 for 2. 21 extras in a total of 49. Unheard of. Here he is again. Once more, he's wrong the wicket this time. John bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is tentative. It was a good delivery from a different angle. Didn't make contact. Hazard collects behind the stumps. Runs back to his bowling mark. Is Nicobi John. Right arm. Run the wicket there now. And bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher to this delivery is leaving that alone outside the off stump. That was closer to the body. You can see the tentativeness about Fletcher. On another day he might have gone with that. Here he is again, John in to bowl to Fletcher. 49 for 2. Fletcher is coming forward and opens the face of the bat, glides the ball down to the sweeper position, gets a comfortable single. So he is now gone to 22. The 50 has been posted. 38 deliveries to get there, and 4 fours, not a 6 hit yet in the innings. So the Nutmeg Warriors, they're 50 for 2.
Yeah, really have been good bowling. Good bowling by Cinnamon Pieces. Really, they have a plan on and sticking to it.
John is in now and bowls, and McDonald comes forward, tugs the ball down to the fielder there. That's Arzenez on the boundary, and the batsman had time to cross for 1. So 1 more to McDonald at the end of the over, and 5 overs gone. We're at the halfway stage. It's 51 for 2. So if we're going sequentially, it means that they will get up to the 100 mark.
Yeah, but they will want to get really much more than that. They got 139 in the semi-finals, and really probably should be eyeing just around the same total, 139 and 140, and we'll feel happy with that. Cinnamon Pacers do both have really good batting.
So, well, it will be McDonald who will be taking strike, and Chat Charles is called in. And just as he's called in, Ali de Bellet has come a call in too, just to my right. Looks a happy man, really. Must have had a good lunch, Ali, did you? No, not as yet.
No, not as
yet. Harris Charles moving in now to bowl to McDonald. McDonald is making room outside the off stump. He should have been just coming across and cutting that down maybe to backward point. But he made too much room, had to stretch in the end. Here once more is Charles. The third man is pushed back on the circle, in and bowls. And he's off the back foot and has a big swish as this one. It's going to go all the way to the boundary. That's not where he wanted it to go. Inadvertently did in fact beat the outstretched hands of the keeper down to the boundary for 4. And Campbell just went after it but knew it was just academic interest. 4 runs to McDonald, takes his total to 6, is 55 for 2.
Yeah, well, he had a mighty swing at it. I don't think you could blame the keeper for not getting his hands to it. Where probably with a first slip would have been, which has been used very sparingly in this competition. And I don't think he will see it in the final.
Charles will go back. Offside field is strengthened. Moves in now to bowl. McDonald outside the off stump, wide signal by the umpire. That's extras number 22. Extras number 22, 56. 56 for 2. It's going to be once more Chat Charles coming in now and bowls to McDonald. McDonald is getting onto the back foot, hits that through the extra cover area. That's going to go all the way. That's 4 runs. Micah Narayan made a gallant effort there at extra cover but couldn't stop it. It was hit powerfully indeed, and it raced across the turf into the boundary for 4. So McDonald has gone into double figures. He's on 10. It's now 60 for 2.
That must be a good shot because there are 6 people posted on the offside of the field, and it's from an off spinner.
Charles is in once more. He's there and bowls to McDonald outside the off stump, pulling away the ball, keeping slightly low. Collected behind the stumps by Hazard. Still 60 for 2. 9 runs in this over so far as Charles is in again and bowls, and to this delivery McDonald is hitting that in the air straight. That's going to go all the way. That's a fine shot. That's a lovely shot. Now he kept his shape well, and maybe if he were playing a little straighter a little early on, it would have been a more productive. Arthur has done that long on. Didn't have the remotest of chance to take the catch. It went sailing over the bowler's head. So that's a lovely shot by McDonald. Takes his total to 16, and the Warriors, they've pushed on to 66 for 2 at the end of over number 6. No, not quite yet. We still got one more to do. Outside the off stump, hits that ball down to long off. We'll get a comfortable single. The over now comes to the end. So 6 overs gone. 67 for 2. 67 for 2. Fletcher is 22. He won't be taking strike. McDonald is 17. He will be because there was a single in the last over. And the run rate is now 11.17.
The run rate based on the condition of the pitch maybe in terms where it seems a bit slow. It's not a bad one, but they would still like to get a couple more runs. I just want to comment on the field placing for Charles, who is bowling off spin with 3 people on the onside. I think that makes the batsman very predictable what he's going to bowl wide outside the off stump, because based on his field placing, I think sometimes you need to just strike a balance a bit more with people like Charles that could turn the ball. You know, if you put an extra man on the onside, you sort of get the batsman more confused as to which way he's going to bowl.
Yeah, I just wondered where there should have been something like a wideish gully and a shortish third man, if you want to put it that way. These two fielders were just about 10 yards apart for the off spinner. That was a little surprising to me. Well, Royal Williams will come back into the bowling attack. He's going to be moving in to bowl to McDonald, who's 17 of 8 deliveries. So he's going rather rapidly. Here's Williams in now, and balls outside the off stump, hit straight, hit down to the long off position, gets a single. The fielder down there, Peters. So one more to the total. McDonald's gone to 18. Fletcher, who's 22, now comes into strike. I think the intent is there. Fletcher, he wants to remain in there for maybe for the last ball. Williams is in now on balls to Fletcher. Fletcher is lifting that. That's in the air. That's gone. It's going to be 6 runs. Arthanez has to look on rather helplessly down that long on. 6 runs to Fletcher. Got right under that one and lifted it. And so he's gone to 28. That was a good hefty blow.
Oh, yeah, it was right in the slot. Giving Fletcher the opportunity to get under it and lift it high and hard.
Williams once more moves in to bowl to Fletcher, who's 28. He's there and bowls. Fletcher is off the back foot and hits that lovely. Oh, that's an imperious shot. And I love the way he hit it. There was a little bit of ostentatiousness about it as he rocked onto the back foot and he lifted it lovely and it went over the extra cover. And if you say, well, he was ostentatious, then you can't blame him for that. It was done with such wonderful touch. Lovely, really lovely. 6. He's gone to 34. Here once more is Williams running in now with the ball to Fletcher. Fletcher is pulling that over the mid-wicket area. That's going to go again. That's a huge hit. 6 more. Well, well, well. This is running away, running away, running away. They've really gone quickly now to 86 for 2. Fletcher's gone to 40. Williams is being treated rather harshly here.
I think good batting from Fletcher. The shot before the first of the 3 sixes were pitch up. And the bowler shortened his length a bit, kept it a bit outside the off stump and still got 6. And so he went a little straight on the body of Fletcher and still got 6. So I think now he's pretty well confused as which way to bowl.
I love the second 6. The one over extra cover.
Oh, yes,
I really loved it.
That was class.
Yeah, really.
Look effortless.
Gosh, that was lovely. It was so pleasing to the eyes. The only person's eyes it wasn't pleasing to was Williams. So he goes back. He's going to be bowling round the wicket now. Williams in now to bowl to Fletcher. Fletcher is driving that down to the deep mid wicket position. Will get a comfortable single as the fielder there gets it and sends the ball back in. So that's Peters. 1 more to Fletcher. He's now gone to 41. It's 87 for 2.
And good comeback delivery there. Pitch it up, keep it close to the pads, and Fletcher couldn't get under it, and just the single.
Yeah, so here comes McDonald, who's 18. Back into strike. Williams goes back over the wicket, bustles past the umpire now, and bowls outside the off stump off the back foot, and he hits that over extra cover, and that's 4. Micah Narayan jumping, but he knew that it was going to be a futile effort. Into the boundary it goes. McDonald, well, he is trying to emulate Fletcher here. The over comes to an end. 7 gone. 91 for 2. McDonald has gone to 22.
And a very expensive over and a pretty good over for the batters. They accelerated quite a bit and they needed to. I think Kearney being here previously made the point that they would like to get up to about 130. And so an excellent over in that chase.
Yes. Well, well, well. The run rate now 13. So they're 91 for 2. 7 overs gone. So there are 21 legal deliveries to go. But Ali, I'm sure that you won't be very impressed with the extras, which are 22.
And in the final, that's a giveaway. Really and truly, just too many wide. You can see their plan, and probably the field placing sort of forcing them to keep the ball wide. And wide in this format of the cricket is a little narrower than in the regular cricket, and so you're sort of narrowing the area where they can bowl.
So the partnership worth 46 between these two. As here is Chad Charles in now, bowls outside the off stump. Let alone there by Fletcher. Well, maybe thought that it was wider. So he is there again, Charles, the ball to Fletcher. Fletcher is off the back foot, hits that ball down to the sweeper position. as Alexis comes off the boundary and sends the return in. So one more to the total. It's now gone on to 92. I say Alexis, that's Peters, right?
Peters.
Sorry about that. So they're not as chirpy out there as they were a little earlier on, the fielding team. As it would be Chad Charles moving in now to bowl to Donald McDonald. He's there now and bowls, and it's outside the arse stump, rocked onto the back foot and cuts that just over the hand there of the fielder down there, down Peters, and it's gone for 6. It was outside the arse stump. He made some room and lifted it airborne, and it was going to the left of the fielder. And Peters, you can see him going after it, but just wasn't able to turn it into a catch. That was a fine shot in the end, and the total has moved to 98 for 2. 6 more to McDonald. He's gone to 28. Here once more is Charles in and bowls outside the arse stump, hit straighter this time, down to long off. Will get a comfortable single. They won't come back for the second. The return comes in, a pretty decent one. One more to McDonald. It's gone to 29. Fletcher comes back into strike. 99 for 2. Just a one more will get them to the 100 mark. Charles is in now to bowl to Fletcher. Fletcher is off the back foot, hits it hard. Through extra cover, that's 4 runs. Well, you have to fault Micah Narang there this time. It was traveling fast, I must admit. Yes, that's true. But quite frankly, he had time to go across there and maybe just did not put his body in the way as quickly enough. Not taking away anything from the timing and the power of the shot. But I still think that he really should have cut that off. 103 for 2, 103 for 2. And Fletcher's gone to 46.
Well, he was on all fours literally, his hands and feet trying to get across. I think that he just missed the pace at the ball. He didn't really get behind it and sped away to the boundary for 4.
Charles is in now and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is off the back foot and looking to cut that ball down behind square. I think he was suggesting he wanted to really lift it and didn't make the kind of contact, of course, that he wanted. The over comes to an end. Fletcher is 46. Nutmeg Warriors, they're 103 for 2. Don't forget that extras are third highest scorer so far, is 22. That's not good at all. McDonald is 29, and after 8 overs, they've got 2 to go. It's 103 for 2.
Yeah, well, it's the end of Charles' spell. You wonder that why the technique was used or the tactics were used with so many men on the offside of the wicket off spinner, and so that gives the batsman a lot of width, and they did capitalize on it and getting quite a bit of runs.
Travels in Paul, who had a very good first over, 5 runs coming off it, will want to do something close to that in this over, and he'll going to be moving in to bowl to McDonald, who's on 29. They want to get at least 120, I would think, here. Ali?
Yeah, with Athens on the other side, you need to get a big score.
St. Paul is in now and bowls outside the off stump, looking to cut, and does that too through extra cover. How much that went for? 6. Airborne, short delivery. Fletcher goes, taps him on the back as if to say, well done, young man. Short outside the off stump, and he really hit that hard over the cover area down to the boundary. It went for 6. McDonald has gone for 35, gone to 35. Here once more St. Paul's in now and bowls, and to this delivery he's hitting that again over the extra cover area. That's gone all the way to, that's another 6. That one was hit very nicely inside out. 6 runs there to McDonald, and he's gone very quickly now to 41. It's 115 for 2.
Good hitting there from McDonald. The ball pitched up. The first one was short and he really spanked it, but this one pitched up and he got under it and lifted it, and 2 very good shots.
Here is once more St. Paul's in now and ball to McDonald. McDonald is getting a delivery that is wide, and he hits that one from outside the off stump over the deep mid-wicket area. That's another 6. Oh, this is wonderful batting. Trust me, it's not slugging. That one was short. It stood up and he rocked on the back foot and he said, hey, I'm going to heave you over mid wicket. That's what he had intention to do, and he did it quite successfully too. Well, he's gone past Fletcher and he's outscoring him too. He's actually going much faster than Fletcher now. 121 for 2. And what originally we said just a while ago, about 3 deliveries ago, that they'll want to get about to the 120 mark. Well, they've gone past that already, Ali. It's 121 for 2. Here once more is St. Paul. Is in now and he bowls and it's outside the off stump. It's going to be confirmed as a wide by the umpire. That's right, wide. So that's extra number 23. The total has gone to 123 for 2.
A good delivery to ease the pressure a bit, because they've hit for 3 consecutive sixes. Get the batsman out of shape a bit.
McDonald taps over at the crease here once more. St. Paul in to bowl to McDonald. He is getting a delivery outside the off stump that he heaves down to the cover area. Don't think anybody is going to be catching it. No, 3 fielders were converging on it. Micah Narain got there first, but it dropped just a little in front of him and they were able to scamper for the single. Well, just wondered whether that may have been called a wide if he had let it go by, but he wanted it. He is in that frame of mind. He's gone to 48 is McDonald. 123 for 2. Fletcher, who's 46, comes in to strike. Taps away at the crease. Here once more St. Paul in now and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is driving the ball back past the bowler very hard. They'll have to really scamper across. Good work there by Williams. They will come back for the second. The return comes to the keeper's end, but they get 2. So Fletcher has now gone to... Is he 48? Or 100 and... Yeah, so he's on 48. Both batsmen on 48, that's right. Who's going to get there first?
Well, McDonald has faced nearly half of the deliveries that Fletcher faced.
Here once more is St. Paul in now and bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is pulling that over the mid-wicket area. Fletcher gets to 51st. Oh my golly, he hit that well and flat down to the mid-wicket area. He's gone to 54. The total has motored on to 131, 131 for 2, and this is absolute carnage.
Yeah, we have seen this type of innings in the competition where the last couple overs going for quite a bit of runs, and here two top batters in McDonald and Fletcher really on the go. It's very difficult to bowl to batters when they're like that. They are striking the ball. The wicket have leveled out quite a bit. It's playing a lot better. It's playing a lot truer. And 131 for 2 in the 9th over. A pretty good score.
Yes, it is a good score. I was really nice to see a bit of fraternity there, Ali, that Campbell just went up and touched Fletcher on the helmet, as if to say, well done, senior man, well done. And Fletcher would be very happy. You could see the intent. The intent really was to stay there. And he stayed there. He's going to carry his bat, I would think, right through the innings. This has been a wonderful display. And you've got to really hail McDonald. 48 of 16 tells you how well he has batted. So, Micah Narain, though he was expensive in his first over, because he's the old veteran, the general, he is going to move in now to bowl the final over. He's there to McDonald. McDonald is off the back foot. Hits it down to the deep extra cover position. They get a single. He goes to 49. The total is gone now in a rather handsome manner to 132 for 2. This will take quite a bit of getting to overhaul. Fletcher taps away with the sun gleaming on the back of his bat, moves in, is Narain bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher lifts that one over the mid-wicket area. That's gone once more. That's another 6. That was a bad delivery. It was a full toss. And really anybody in the world could hit that over mid-wicket because it was such a poor delivery. And Fletcher capitalized on it. I don't even think that he hit it as well as he would like though, but it yielded what he wanted, and that was 6. So Fletcher's gone to 6. He's 138 for 2.
It's a full toss, and in the fight of form that Fletcher is in, that's easy going for him.
Micah Narain once more leans forward, in now, bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher is tugging the ball up to long on. They move through for the single. He was a little bit disappointed with that. I think he would have liked to get under that one, but he certainly didn't. Got a single. He's now moved on to 61, and the total has gone now to 139 for 2. It's time for McDonald to get his 50. Can he? This is the 10th over in progress. Here comes once more Narayan in now, and he balls outside the off stump. He was pulling outside the off stump away from the ball. That's McDonald. He should have just stood there and opened the face of the bat and get his 50th run, but he didn't. Maybe tried to hit the ball too hard, give himself too much room. Fletcher comes down the wicket and have a chat with him.
I think Fletcher is telling him to stand up in the wicket and bat. Narayan is bowling around the wicket, obviously trying to slant the ball away from him. And if you pull yourself further away, it becomes much more difficult to make contact.
That's correct. As Narayan comes in once more to bowl to McDonald, who's 49, and he's lifting that one. That's going to be taken. Yes, taken down, got long on. So he didn't get the 50 as he so dearly wanted. But he has nothing to really feel bad about. Down the track, and he lifted it down there. Let's see, it's Arthanez, is it? Yes, that took a well-judged catch. He never looked as though he was going to drop that. So he goes. That's McDonald. Caught Arthanez down on the boundary of the bowling of Micah Narayan. He's gone for 49. Didn't get the coveted half century. And 3 for 139. The batsman did cross, so Fletcher is going to be taking strike on 61 and 1 delivery remaining. He gets a rousing round of applause, McDonald, as he goes back. He's played his role, and if the Warriors wins this game, a lot of credit will have to go to him, Ali de Billan.
Yeah, for sure. Unless a bowler come and put on a mystery spell, getting probably 3 or 4 quick wickets. But a really excellent inning. They were one time probably just below the run rate they would have liked to be at. And he has come and really stepped it up with Fletcher and put bat in.
Here's the final delivery. Micah balls outside the leg stump. Hit down to the deep backward square. That's going to go for 4. Bad miss there by the fielder inside the circle. That's Campbell. Well, he has only himself to blame for that. 4 runs to Fletcher. He ends up with 65. 65 Fletcher. And Narayan won't be happy at all with that miss there by Campbell. 143 for 3. 143 for 3. Fletcher comes out. Not out 65. Jackson didn't face the ball. Not out. No score. Regis was bowled by Williams without scoring. They were off to a bad start. Akeem Alexis stump hazard of the bowling of Nkosi John. He went for 6. McDonald 49 of 19. 3 fours and 5 sixes for a very well played innings of 49. 23 extras, 23 wides. Ooh, they're all 23 wides. Oh, what a healthy contribution to a score of 143. So 143 for 3. Let's look a little bit at the bowling analysis. Ruel Williams, 1 for 29 of 2. Javel St. Paul, none for 33 of 2. Micah Narayan, 1 for 29 of 2 expensive. Peters bowled just a 1 lone over, none for 8. Nikobi John, 1 for 16 of 1. And Chat Charles, none for 28 of 2. So the bowlers have been rather expensive. I mean, with the exception of Kenroy Peter, who had just a 1 over for 8 runs. And the Warriors, 143 for 3, 143 for 3, built around a score of 65, not out by Andre Fletcher. And McDonald, who was last out, caught down there on the boundary, long on boundary by Alec Arthanez of the bowling of Narayan for 49. So this is more than just a walk-in total, Ali.
Oh yes, it's probably the biggest total in the series so far. I think it was 141 and they were 143. But great innings, great batting performance. The bowlers really didn't seem to get it right, and even the bowling changes where Peter is probably the best first 1 over, got only 8 runs and didn't bowl a second. So it seems to have lost it somewhere. The hitting was tremendous. Fletcher playing some excellent shot, but I think the game changer would have been Donald McDonald, who came in and really struck the ball all over, getting to 49 in just 13 deliveries.
Well. What a wonderful performance here by Nutmeg Warriors. 149 for 3, as we've just told you. It's going to be an uphill task for Cinnamon Pacers to overhaul this target. Now, we're not saying it's impossible by any stretch of imagination, because cricket, with the old proverbial saying that it's a great game of glorious uncertainties, and as to whether that is going to be confirmed today by a great response by the Cinnamon Pacers, we all will have to wait and see. The innings are changing around, and when the Pacers come out to bat, we'll be on here to bring you the broadcast.
We are back at the National Stadium, Grenada. Dream11 Spicel T10 tournament really heating up with the finals. Nutmeg Warriors versus Cinnamon Pieces. Certainly we have just seen some tremendous batting by Nutmeg Warriors, getting up to the highest total in the competition, 143 for 3. Welcome, Denroy.
Yeah, 143 for 3 after they lost 10 overs. I must say, great batting there by the Nutmeg Warriors.
Well, certainly we have seen some sensational shots. Number of sixes, we know just after the first 5 overs, there was, I think, no 6 was hit. But we saw that the batting of Donald McDonald again came in and turned it on, and scoring a splendid 49. He had 5-6 in that inning, and Andre Fletcher again. He played the captain inning. You know, as we said before the start, that he would have wanted to bat right through to the overs, and he did.
Yeah.
And coming out at 65, not out.
Yeah, again, that was a good captain knock by Andre Fletcher. Wonderful batting there, and I think that they are the team, actually the happier team at the moment.
So Cinnamon Pieces, they need to get 144 for victory. This inaugural tournament of the Dream11 Spicel T10. And they will depend heavily on Alec Alternas, who has so far amassed 496 runs at an average of just about 70.
Yeah, Alternas has been the informed batsman throughout the tournament so far, and this would be a rather big wicket, a huge wicket for the Nutmeg Warriors, and I know they would go after him. Once they think they get this big scalp, the others in the hurt will definitely have to step up and try to win the game for the team.
So Hassan Jackson going to pick it up from this northern end. He's going to bowl to Atenas, left-handed Atenas. He comes around the wicket. First delivery is played down to third man. The fielder comes off the boundary. A bit of misfeeling there. And the batsman go through for a single. So they are off the mark, 1 without loss. Fielder on the boundary.
Fletcher would be happy with such a wonderful start. I think 14 runs, needed over 14 runs in per over. That means every delivery at least have to yield 2 runs, and on the first delivery 1 run. So far, good start there by the Nutmeg Warriors.
So Campbell going to face his first delivery. An interesting field set as we see the third man. Right back on the boundary. Jackson comes over the wicket to bowl to Campbell. Short delivery hit high in the air. Let's see. No one is going to get there as it just land over the boundary for 6. Short delivery bowled by Jackson, and Campbell lifted it over long on and just went over the rope for 6.
Yeah, very good shot there by Campbell. The confident shot. It was short ball outside of stump, and he hooked it over long on for a huge 6. So very good batting there by Campbell. That's a good start. That's the kind of start they need. First delivery, 6 runs. Very good batting there by Aaron Campbell.
Well, we will see some tremendous batting if Pacers going to get up to that 144. Really, we'd have to see some brilliant cricket, or probably some bad cricket by Nutmeg Warriors. Jackson sees up to the wicket now to bowl to Campbell. Right up, Campbell played down to the fielder at long on, who comes around really quickly. The captain, Andre Fletcher. So another single to Campbell. And he goes to 7-8 without loss in the first over. As we look at the field placement, third man right back on the boundary. Regis, there is a point in Alexis, cover on the boundary, extra cover in Isaiah. This ball again is played down to the third man region, and again Atenas just jogged through for a single. It's 9 without loss.
Yeah, Atenas have played a wonderful throughout the innings. This is the final. He have done it over 7 to 8 times so far through the tournament for Cinnamon Pieces. Would he come trump card today?
Well, he has been the leading player in the tournament, and I think the responsible for Cinnamon Pieces being in this position. It's on his batting. They came through in the semi-finals from a brilliant knock by Atenas. Campbell faces Jackson, and he's swinging this one down to square leg for 4. Lovely shot. Really came forward and really hit it crisply. The rush across the boundary for 4.
Yeah, very good shot there. It was actually not so short delivery, but actually Campbell came across the off stump and just swing to the leg side and made good connection. He went to the boundary, square leg boundary for 4 runs.
Yeah, very quickly, and it was not a bad delivery, but I thought, yeah, good shot played by Campbell. And they would be looking to hit, they would be looking to attack from ball 1, as we have seen. Yeah, so far 13 runs in the first over.
We still have a delivery to go, so 13 in the first 5 deliveries. So it's good going there by Campbell.
As Jackson once again to bowl to Campbell. Outside the off stump, no ball signaled by the umpire. Again, we are seeing Jackson overstepping.
Yeah, and that's and he seems to be a huge no ball there, and the Pacers would definitely welcome this no ball, and I know Campbell, with the form he is in at the moment, definitely want to make use of this spirit.
So the fast bowlers for us, Nutmeg Warriors, will have to bowl well if they're going to really come off. Both Jackson and Thomas. As he's up to the wicket, bowler Campbell. This one is right up. Good delivery. Campbell looking to whip it somewhere through mid-wicket. Made no contact. The end of the first over. Pacers, they are 14 without loss and trying to get to 144 for victory.
Yeah, 14 without loss. Very good start there. Very good start. The Pacers will be happy with this start. I think both teams would be happy with the first over, but they have to continuously get over 14 runs for the next 9 overs to be rather competitive and actually be the current champions of Dream11 T10 Spice.
Yeah, they will have to be constant in keeping up to the run rate. But that last delivery bowled by Jackson is the sort of delivery you want to see him bowling.
Yeah.
Keep the ball right up to the bat. But just being guilty of bowling short. And Campbell taking full advantage of that short delivery, hitting it over long on. So Josh Thomas, he gonna pick up the attack from the southern end. He also struggles a bit with no ball.
So far he have actually bowled 20 overs in the tournament and actually yielded 210 runs and actually took 5 wickets so far. So not very good going, but today is a brand new day, new innings, and I think he can actually, with his experience, he can actually come trump card today for his team.
So the field, short third man and a short fine leg as Thomas. Fielder outside the 30-yard circle is a mid-wicket on the boundary and a cover on the boundary. Thomas right arm over the wicket bowl to Atenes. Again, this was played to that collie position. Fielder backward point just coming in again, just easing the pace of it. It's Atenes and pushing it down in that position. 15 without loss. Pretty slow start. No aggression from Atenes so far.
I think Atenes want to play a Fletcher-like innings. He wants to carry his team over the line, and he knows for him to carry the team over his line, he have to bat through the entire of the 10 overs.
Yeah, he's vital to the success of Cinnamon Pacers, and I guess he wouldn't want to take much chances, but the bat on and give Pacers a good foundation. While we expect that probably Campbell will be more attacking for this delivery. Short delivery, hit down to third man, and that goes one bounce into the boundary for 4. Again, the fact that there's third man is up in the circle.
Yeah, it was a wide short delivery by Josh Thomas, and all Campbell had to just get bat and ball, and he did actually get bat and ball and went to the boundary for 4 runs.
Well, let's see if there will be any change. The third man still remains in the circle. That ball would have, well, whether or not Campbell would have played the same shot, really would have lobbed into in third man hands. Campbell, he's on 15 as Thomas to Campbell. He's flashing outside the off stump. Made no contact. Again, this one as further up, so he had to play on the front foot. As Thomas, we've seen just going on the ground. Probably pull up with some sort of injury. Let's hope. Just limping there. Just hope that he's moving back to his mark. Probably is not as serious.
Yeah, just a little discomfort there in his foot. So his left foot there.
It's 19 without loss. It's the all-important game, the finals.
Yeah, the big one. It is definitely a big one. One of the team would definitely be victorious at the end of the next 10 overs.
Dream11 Spice Isle T10 finals, the first of its kind in Grenada, as Thomas to Campbell. Campbell is flashing again. That goes down to third man and drop one bounce and goes into the boundary for 4. Well, we had 2 shots played down to third man in the air. That would have been probably easily taken by the fielder on third man. Now he's being placed right back on the third man fence, and really something what should have been done before the first ball bowl.
Yeah, I guess as much. No, they are chasing the ball, but I think the gamble was there, and actually with a wide delivery, if he wants to bowl wide, third man and short, third man need to be back.
Joseph is on the third man fence as Campbell again is swinging. This one goes down to mid-on, and he's caught at mid-on. Well, actually it was a no ball.
Yeah, seems to be a no ball. Yeah, no ball there.
And yes, a no ball. And just overstepping again. Again, the lack of discipline in the bowlers is all important final. 23 without loss. Ball was caught in mid-on.
So currently we have seen actually 2 no balls so far. We see a no ball by Jackson, now we see a no ball by Thomas. And Campbell missed out on the first one, and Woody missed out on the second.
Well, Thomas to Campbell, and again he's swinging, making no contact. Again, it seemed to be just a slower delivery, and he looking to swing. And he looks favors the leg side, swing into that leg side. We see him hit down to square leg for 4, and not making contact. So we in the second over, 23 without loss. Yeah, very exciting start. So third man is right back on the boundary, and there's a backward point in Alexis, cover point, cover, and a mid-off as to Campbell, the short lifting delivery, and that signal wide there by the umpire. Quick delivery. Campbell was going back and looking to clip it over that backward square region, which is vacant.
Yeah, it was the ball over the batsman's head. Definitely good call there by both umpires. I think correct call was made. It was a wide delivery. The bowler seems to be unhappy, but I think it was a correct call.
I just think that the bowlers need to settle down. Thomas just need to settle down and really be disciplined in his bowling. But again, looking for pace. It's 25 without loss, as we certainly hear quite a bit of talking as Thomas. This one is hit straight, and this one going to rush down to the long on boundary for 4. Again, he goes down holding that left leg, and that completes the second over, 29 without loss. And in his first over there, Thomas going for 15.
Yeah, 15 actually. That's the kind of start the spacers will be looking for. I know now it's not a time for Noel. Thomas, that's it to be pulling up, but this is a game of cricket, and I do hope that he feels actually better and can complete his spell.
So interesting start, 29 without loss, and this is a start that Cinnamon Pieces would be happy with. We haven't seen Atenas get off to any quick start. He had 3 from 3 deliveries. Campbell 23 from 11 deliveries. 29 without loss after 2 overs. And really, we still do expect an exciting finish.
Yeah, well, they require actually they're ahead of the run rate required. You know, they require a run rate of 14.38, and they actually at the current run rate at 14.5. So if they can definitely maintain such, they can be actually victorious and be the crown champions.
Well, we saw in an earlier game, that was Nutmeg Warriors against Saffron Strikers. Nutmeg Warriors taking first strike, and they scored 131 in their 10 overs, which was at that time the highest total by any team. And Safan Strikers came back and scored 132 with 8.1 over, which really meant that the bowling of Nutmeg Warriors really was not what it was supposed to be. And after getting off a pretty good start, picking up 3 early wickets, now they score 143, which is the highest total scored by any team in the tournament. And at this important time, the finals, and Cinnamon Pieces will need to get the highest total of 144 for victory, but certainly get off to a good start.
Yeah, very good start there by the Pacers. They would be happy with such a wonderful start. I think the Warriors actually the last 2 games they have batted first and actually scored 2 good totals, and actually they came out victorious in the semifinals and actually put up an extra 5 runs or 9 runs there for this one. So definitely in for a good one.
So Josh Sharma just had to be lifted off. Hope that is not too serious. Physio. As Akim Alexis going to pick up the attack. We haven't seen him bowl in the last 2 games. So he comes between the umpire and stump, comes around, bowl to Atenes, down the drive-in. Fletcher is at mid-off. 29 without loss. The field is a short third man, a backward point, a cover, extra cover and a mid-off on the offside. As Alexis into Atenes, he pushes it back along the wicket. We have seen that the slow bowler did bowl pretty well today, first game, and even the first inning of Nutmeg Warriors batting. See the long on comes into mid on as Alexis to Atenes. He looking to sweep, and that seemed to come off. You could see that replay looking to sweep there. And probably just took the pad and probably didn't pass far from the leg stump. Alexis to the left-handed Atenes comes around the wicket. Again, he's looking to play outside the off stump, make no contact, looking to beat that gap, that third man area between the short third man and backward point. Again, making no contact.
Very good over there so far by Akim Alexis. 4 dot deliveries.
29 without loss. We are in the 3rd over. Alexis wrong the wicket, bowl to Atenes, giving some air. Again, he's looking to push on the onside again. A wide signal there by the umpire. As Paul just seemed to be just train on the leg side. But again, giving a lot of air, not trying to bowl too fast. He's into Atenes again. He's hitting this one. This is going to go over long on for 6. Ball pitched up, and he lifted it with all the ease in the world, and it sailed over long on for 6. And yet again, this first positive shot by Atenes.
Yeah, again, good shot there by Atenes. It was a full delivery now by Alexis, and actually all Atenes just get in line with the delivery and swing to the line. Actually went for a huge 6 over long off.
Again, you see his positioning. He didn't look to drag it, but then he put the foot across and just swung, and he went over long on. So another good shot. 36 without loss. We are in the 3rd over. Atenes first scoring shot, so positive shot we've seen from him. Alexis once more comes around the wicket, and he's hitting that with his one, goes down to long on. He's caught down on the long on boundary, and the fielder coming in there taking a real good catch. And we just pick up that player. There seemed to be Jackson. We just confirm the player taking the catch. It's Samuel Charles coming off the wide long on boundary, and what a big wicket.
Yeah, very big wicket. So very big wicket for the Nutmeg Warriors. You see how excited the players are. Atenes is informed batsman, the batsmen who have actually been the strong stay for Cinnamon Pacers actually back in the hut.
So it's 36 for 1. Atenes caught by Charles. Bull Alexis, he went for 9 from 9 deliveries, and what a blow. Pacers 36 for 1 at the end of 3 overs.
Yeah, very good there by the Nutmeg Warriors. To see the back of the informed Alec and Atenes. Definitely they think they're on top of it there.
Yeah, you see the players running together, very happy to see the back of Atenes. So the captain, Micah Narain, comes in at number 3. And maybe it's an opportunity for someone to step up, as we have seen in the game, in the semi-final game for Nutmeg Warriors. They would have lost early wickets, the early wicket of Fletcher. And then McDonald came in and really played a blinder.
Yeah, so I think now the captain is there. He needs to play a captain. And somebody needs to go after it. Somebody needs to play, give me a cameo like McDonald did earlier on.
Well, they need to keep pressing on as Daryl Cyrus picks up the attack from that southern end. And he'll be bowling to Narain.
Campbell actually facing.
Heron Campbell faces as delivery play down to mid wicket. Again, not getting the timing right there. Cyrus starting with a really quicker delivery. 37 for 1. Right-handed Narain comes into strike. Really, they will need a captain's in. They need to get 144 for victory. As Cyrus with the second delivery, ball to Narain. Again, he looking to pull, could only get it back to the bowler. And every dot ball, the extra pressure.
Yeah, the runners will actually go up every dot ball. Now 16 runs are needed. Over 16 runs per over.
Cyrus, mid off, short third man, backward point. And he's hitting this one, place it well through the covers, and it's going to go down to the boundary for 4. Again, just coming back and placing it, more or less steering it through that backward point and that cover region, and went down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, very good shot there by Narain. It was a short delivery by Daryl Cyrus, and actually went on the back foot and cut it through between point and an extra cover for 4 runs.
So Narain off the mark with 441 for 1. And it's not all about power. Sometimes it's just placement, you know, getting the position and placement.
Yeah.
And that race across the field. So the point in Fletcher. It's 41 for 1. Pacers need to get up. Still need 103 from 39 deliveries. Cyrus again to Narain. Narain looking to drive again, not taken cleanly by the keeper. And that leg break just turning away there. And the batsman take the opportunity to pick up a bye. So 42 for 1. The right-handed Campbell comes back into strike. Campbell 24 from 12 deliveries. So far hit 4 4s and 1 6. So have he been off to an aggressive start?
You've been to a very good start there by Campbell.
As he faces another delivery from Cyrus. Campbell again is looking to swing again, is beaten there. Again looking to hit it somewhere over long on. And making no contact. So have been so far a good over by Cyrus. Again Campbell is looking to pull again. Really not getting hold of it, and ball go down to short fine leg. Very good over ball by Cyrus. His first over, 1 over for 5 runs, and after 4 overs, the completion of the power play. Cinnamon Pacers, they are 42 for 1.
Yeah, 42 for 1. Still recording another 102 runs from 36 deliveries. And currently, yesterday we were wondering at what time, what stage, chasing a huge total. The batsmen started being worried. As you can see, 17 runs needed from the next 6 overs.
Yes, certainly would be 4 over 102 to get in 36 deliveries, and really they don't have time. They would have to begin to real press on, continue to push as hard as they can to get to that score.
Yeah, it's coming to an area where they definitely will be worried. 17 runs needed, you know, that's a worrying sign there. But I think the Pacers have done it before. They are experienced. Maybe they continue along such path. Definitely they can actually be victorious. But
well,
they still in it.
Well, we would have seen yesterday, I think it was a dramatic victory, having to get 39 in the last 2 overs, and some exploit from Atenes as his ball is full to the bat, and the batsman looking to swing from Joseph. First delivery, Even from this end, just seem to be going down the leg side, full to the bat. And Narayan looking to swing across. The score remains 42-1. Yeah, we saw some explosive batting yesterday. They picking up 39 and 2 overs. A full toss again, hit down to the backward square boundary for 4. Bad delivery, and really given the right treatment by Narayan. Full toss down the leg side, and very easily hit down to backward square for 4.
Yeah, again another a full delivery there by Joseph, and Narayan will just put down his feet and he get a nice connection to it and hit it down to the square leg boundary for 4 runs.
So Narayan is second boundary, second 4. He's on 8. It's 46-1, and we are in the 5th over. Still 98 required from 34 deliveries. As Joseph over the wicket to bowl to Narayan. This is right up, hit down to long on, and Fletcher comes in. The ambles are single. So 47-1 in the 5th over. Well, we saw 4 overs for bowl yesterday and 91 run score. So it's not impossible.
Yeah, it's not impossible. It have happened. Just good connection, and we need some carnage happening right here now. We need a 6. We need a lot of 6. We need to see 6s and 4s.
So Joseph here bringing in the cover. Isaiah Simon coming off the boundary into the circle, and the deep backwards goes right back on the boundary. Short delivery again. Campbell looking to swing again. Really wasn't in any position there. Looking to really favors that mid-wicket area, and we see Fletcher is on the long on boundary, wide long on. Then there is another fielder on the mid-wicket boundary, straightish mid-wicket, and a backward square on the boundary. Joseph to Campbell, whipping this one, and this one to go down to the boundary for 4. Again playing with the tide. And the backward square had to move to his right really quickly and couldn't get there. 15 33 deliveries, just 22 minutes. We had 7 4s and 2 6s. So Campbell continues on. He's on 28. Now hit his 5th 4. And the backward square just going a bit finer. As Joseph, this one is right up. He's looking to swing it, just come off the bottom of the bat, and the amble single as the over comes to an end. The 5th over completed. Pacers need to get 144 for victory. They are 52-1.
Yeah, 52-1 after 5 overs, chasing 144 for victory. 92 runs in it of 30 deliveries. The run rate have just climbed up to 18.40 runs per over. That means, if my mathematics is correct, well, that's over 3 runs every delivery.
Yeah, it's really going to be tough going, as we see Josh Thomas just going back on the field. Riddick Healing, who was a substitute, just making his way off. Still with a bit of a hop, but probably not as serious. The physio probably would have done some good work on him. He had to be lifted off the field. Now he's actually walking back on the field with just a little limp. He's stationed at mid-off, or no, short fine leg. Andrew Fletcher will take up the attack, and he's going to bowl to the right-handed Micah Narayan.
Seems to be Campbell on strike there.
Yeah. Campbell rather, sorry, it's Campbell on strike. As Fletcher, he's up to bowl to Campbell. Campbell is hitting this one with good down to long on, and the fielder comes off the boundary. That's Regis. 53-1 in an all exciting finals. Fletcher and Narayan is looking to swing again. That the leg break, turning away from him there again, favoring that leg side boundary. And to keep it behind taken. 53-1 as Fletcher again, he's looking to cut, making no contact again. As those dot ball monked, really the pressure monks.
Yeah, the pressure monks actually 20 runs needed over. Every dot ball will be crucial here, and every dot ball will be, they would leave themselves in a deeper hole. T10 Pacers need to get some 6s.
This one is driven down to that mid wicket area. He pick up a single. So the score moves to 54 for 1. Good over by Fletcher so far. Just 1 run conceded in 4 deliveries. This time we're going to go to Campbell. Again, he's looking to swing, comes off the edge, and again goes to that short fine leg position. Thomas, who still moving with a limp, was able to stop it. So 1 more. 55 for 1. We are in the 6th over. And Pacers need to get up to 144 for victory.
Yeah, worrying signs here for Pacers. Worrying signs for Sinon Pacers. They're actually crawling and need a huge
89 from 25 deliveries. This is hit down to long off. Let's see, it goes over long off for 6. Again, pitch up, and Narayan hitting it over long off for 6. And bringing the score to 61 for 6. As we have 6 completed overs. And after a few comments from Denver, it will be Stevenson 1.
Yeah, again, very good finish there by Narayan. 6 runs that is needed. So chasing a total of 144 for victory. 83 needed of 24 deliveries. A 61 for 1. Michael Narayan 16 here in Campbell and 31. Required run rate is 20.75. And I say welcome to you, Stevenson 1.
Not that it's ungettable, really, but it's gonna take quite a lot of big hitting to get there. Micah Narayan 16. Campbell is playing a good knock. 31. Here is Joseph in now, and both to Campbell. Campbell opens the face of the bat, glides that down to third man, 4 runs. Beautiful shot. I love the way that he just opened the face of the bat, bisected the third man and the backward point, and it went very quickly down to the boundary for 4. So Campbell continues to push along. He's 35, 65 for 1. And the required run rate has gone up to 20. But you know, just a few big overs can turn things around. Fletcher bowled just a 1 over for 9 runs. As here once more is Joseph in, and bowls to Campbell. Campbell is hitting that high in the air. I think somebody is going on the catch is going to be taken by the keeper. Oh no, he's dropped. Oh, he let it go. Well. He was right under the ball. I don't know whether, I really don't know whether he said, hey, leave it, it's mine. I don't know. But in the end, he just pulled out from the catch. Andrew, whoa. Well, what a thing that. Why do you think the mix-up could have been there?
Yeah, I think the closeness to the fielder was actually close to him, and he thought somebody made a last-minute call.
Somebody may have said something. Here he is now in, balls outside the off stump. It's going to be a wide signal by the umpire. Oh, it may turn out to be a rueful miss. Micah Narayan, 16. Campbell, 36. Had a life. Joseph won't be happy with that. Turns from the top of his mark once more. Moves in now to bowl to Narayan, who is looking to heave that over the mid-wicket area. And does not really time it all that well. Regis runs around very quickly from a forward square leg. The batsman had time to cross just for the single. 1 more to Narayan's total. He's gone to 17. 68 for 1. Brings Campbell now into strike. He's 36. As Joseph turns once more from the top of his mark. In now, passes the umpire and bowls to Campbell. Campbell gets a slower delivery, opens the face of the bat and glides the ball down to backward point. Will get a comfortable single. Good, nicely disguised slow ball there by Joseph. And Campbell had to wait on it and then just open the face of the bat and slides it down to the backward point area. Alexis running across and cut the ball off. Joseph again, this time to Narayan. Narayan is getting a Yorker-like delivery right up in the block hole. Can do no more than get a bit of the bat and pad attached to it. The ball goes out on the offside. You heard the double song there. And they go through for a single. So this has been a good over by Joseph.
Yeah, very good over there by Joseph so far. He needs to finish strong. He would finish strong, I think.
Well, the required run rate, 23. You'd want to try to make this as economical as possible, this last delivery. In now, and bowls to Campbell. Campbell is looking to hit that over long off. Doesn't make contact. And the keeper collecting Andrew behind the stumps. The over comes to an end. So at the end of the over, Narayan is 18, Campbell is 37, The partnership worked so far 34, the current run rate 10, and Cinnamon Pacers 70 for 1, 70 for 1, and remembering all the time that the Nutmeg Warriors scored 143 for 3.
Yeah, so it means he recorded 144 for victory. 74 runs needed of the next 18 deliveries, and Stevenson, every ball needs to go to the boundary from here forward.
Sure, right, but that's highly improbable.
Yeah.
So who's going to take it up from the far end?
Seems to be Haston Jackson there.
Could be, just looking at the length of the run-up. Yeah, that's Haston Jackson. Olive is coming off the ground, and I think Hailing is the one coming on to substitute. I was a little bit surprised that he went back onto the field.
Yeah, had me surprised.
He was transported off the ground, and whether he enjoyed the transportation might have been an interesting thing there. Really went back on, and it would have been rather interesting to see him being transported again.
Yeah, this is a crucial over, Stevenson. Very crucial over for the Pacers. They need to score at least 20 runs in this over.
Yes, and it won't be difficult. It won't be easy to do that. Jackson, 14 runs off his first over, is preparing to bowl his second. Narayan is taking strike. Here is Jackson in now, bowls to Narayan, who is getting a Yorker-like delivery right up, and can do no more than try to dig it out. Splendid delivery into the leg stump.
Yeah, very good delivery by Jackson. So Yorker, there is no room, and all Narayan can do is dig it out.
Yes, did it effectively too.
Yeah.
Beautifully bowled. 71 for 1. The score looks good, meaning that it's 71 for 1, but in essence the run rate not as impressive as it should be. Jackson once more moves in now to bowl to Campbell. Campbell is swinging that down to the deep mid-wicket area. The ball is fielded down there on the boundary, and they get one. I don't think he cued it as well as he would have liked, but got a single. Total moves by 1 now to 72 for 1. As here once more is Jackson in and bowls, and that ball is hit down to mid-wicket by Narayan as the fielder coming off. That's Isaiah Simon coming off the boundary. He's the most diminutive of players in the tournament. I think I got that right, but trust me, he's so animated, loves the field. Jackson is in now and bowls to Campbell. Campbell is hitting that down to the third man, 1 bounce for 4. Well, he was looking to hit that straight down the ground. No ball signal by the umpire, so it's going to be a free hit. Jackson guilty of overstepping. 4 runs to Campbell. Now this time he has an opportunity to do whatever he wants with that ball, and extras have gone up to 7. Well, if it's one thing that the Warriors have done better than the Pacers so far, is the extras column. I mean, they have done better overall. But here once more is Jackson in now and bowls, and Narayan can do no more than push the ball up to long on for a single from that free hit. Well bowled by Jackson. So that no ball didn't turn out to be expensive, not costly. Goes back Jackson. None for 23 so far. He's got 2 more legitimate deliveries to bowl in bright sunshine. Moves in now, passes the umpire. He's there and bowls to Narayan. Narayan is looking to pull that down to mid-wicket. Doesn't make the kind of contact that he really anticipated. Must have gotten an edge onto that one. Cannoned into the body and then went out on the offside.
Yeah, good over so far by Jackson. Having been plagued by the no ball, as we would have seen, like Josh Thomas, I think this is one of the challenges that Nutmeg Warriors had, is the fast bowlers having difficulty with the no balls. But this is a good over so far.
Well, Jackson is in once more, this time to bowl to Campbell. Campbell is clipping that nicely off the toes. Fine, sweet shot of the bat. And that's gone down to backward square for 6. It was sinking onto the leg stump, and he lifted it sweetly over the deep backward square area. Everything was nice about that shot, and it went for 6. Lovely shot. And Campbell has gone to 49. It's been a good innings, 86 for 1.
Yeah, beautiful shot by Campbell. Again, ball pitch up, just sliding down the leg side, and he picked it up and whipped it over backward square. Really a good shot. Getting himself in good position. And he has really played a tremendous inning so far. He's on 49. And really, it's with 2 overs to go. Still 58 runs to get. Really, you will have to play a sort of inning that we haven't seen in the tournament so far to get to the 144.
Yeah, has to play quite a remarkable, miraculous, unheard of like innings to get there. 86 for 1. Campbell will get a half century, I would think. I see no reason why he wouldn't endeavor to get there. Former national player, former national captain too, isn't it?
Yeah, national captain.
That's right. He was known to be rather astute earlier in his years as a cricketer and as a captain. Moves in is Darrell Cyrus. Just a 1 over before this one. None for 5. Into his second over, he'll be bowling to Micah Narayan, who's 21. There he is, bowls to Narayan. Narayan is onto the back foot. Gets a ball that is short, pulls it down to Fletcher, fielding there at long on, and they get a comfortable single. Goes to 22, Narayan. Total goes to 87 for 1, brings Campbell, who is 1 short of a half century, into strike. Here once more is Cyrus in, bowls to Campbell. Campbell hits that down to the deep mid-wicket position. Will get a single. So he gets a half century. Well played, Campbell. Maybe a little bit too slow, a little belated, but he gets a half century of 28 balls. Here is a delivery that is given generous flight. He hits that high and hard. That's going. That's a fine shot by Narayan. That's gone for 6.
Yeah, good shot by Narayan. Again, this one's given a lot of a toss up in the slot. And he got dunked it to the pitch of it and lifted it over long on. Went really high in the air and went over that long on area. Fletcher just had to look at it go over his head.
Narayan faces up now. Good delivery, good comeback delivery. They've hustled for 1. Are they going to come back for the second? No, they decide against it. The return comes in to the non-striker's end. And they get only 1. Narayan goes to 29, 95 for 1.
But have been certainly a good performance by Nutmeg Warriors. Really coming back strongly in the last 2 games, semi-final and final.
As Cyrus is in, balls hit down to long off, long on. This is going to go all the way. No, great stop by Fletcher. They will come back for the second run. They've got to hurry. The return comes in, and Narayan is coming home very quickly. Well done by Fletcher, having to run across to his left, covered about 25 yards and cut that ball off, and did a great job. Campbell, 52. Pacers 97 for 1. And it's going to be Cyrus once more. This is the final delivery of his over. Down the track comes straight drive, 4 runs. Beautiful. You can hear the thud as the ball hits the board there on the just beyond the boundary. 4 runs. What a wonderful shot that was. Got it on the full and drove it straight as a pipeline. Campbell, 56 is his total. The over comes to an end. 101 for 1, and 9 overs gone.
Yeah, good performance by Nutmeg Warriors, coming back strongly in this last 2 games. And when probably you look at them playing the preliminary games, certainly it didn't give them a chance to reach that far. But the last 2 games, I think they had tremendous batting performances, and certainly put them in a position now to win this championship rather convincingly.
So, maybe quite rightly, Fletcher is going to bowl the final over And I say quite rightly, because he's the captain, and then he scored 65, so why not conclude it? In he is now to ball to Narayan, outside the off stump, and Narayan pulled away. Well, that's interesting. Wondered what happened. Here's Fletcher in, balls to Narayan. Narayan is pulling that down to the sweeper position down on the leg side. There, and that's Simon, and they get 1. Here once more is Fletcher in now, balls to Campbell. Campbell is down the track, lifting that over, inside out, over the mid-off area, and that's gone for 6. Used his feet well, got to the pitch of it, and opened the face of the bat, and hit that over the straightish extra cover area, down to the boundary. He's gone now to 62. This has been a good innings by Campbell. 108 for 1, but I dare say just a little bit too late.
Yeah, but certainly a good shot there by Campbell. Ball gave him some air, but he had to really time it, and you could see him waiting and lifting it over long off.
Fletcher bowls that one. That's going to, oh, that's going to go for 4. Down there, the fielder really made a spectacular effort to turn it into a catch. Didn't. And they got 4. Was that Cyrus down there? Yeah, it was. Yeah, the effort was really great though. So Campbell goes to 66. 112 for 1. 2 more deliveries remaining. Here's Fletcher once more. In, right arm leg spin, bowls to Campbell. Campbell is hitting that again in the air. That's going to go all the way. Another fine shot down to the extra cover area. And that's 6 more. Used his feet well and came down the track and lifted it. So 1 more delivery to go, and although this has been rather expensive, this over by Fletcher, I think they have already begun to celebrate the Nutmeg Warriors. Final delivery of this tournament, bowled by Andre Fletcher. Campbell is 72. It's a resplendent knock. But I think when this is all over, there'll be a great sense of jubilation on the part of the Warriors. Here is Fletcher bowls. He's down the track, lifting that in the air. That goes over the long on fielder, and that's gone for 6. So Campbell gets 78. What a wonderful innings it has been. And the Nutmeg Warriors, they've won this game. You can hear and see the celebration out there, congratulating one another of a splendid, really resplendent performance here by the Nutmeg Warriors. They have defeated Cinnamon Pacers. Cinnamon Pacers in the end 124 for 1, 124 for 1. And though Micah Narayan not out 30 and Campbell not out 78, a partnership that yielded 88, but the run rate was then just 12.40, and that really was the difference. So the celebration has begun, as indeed the Nutmeg Warriors, they have defeated Cinnamon Pacers, and well, 124 for 1. It looks a good score, but they were replying to 143, 143 for 3. So they've won this game by 19 runs. 19 runs, the Nutmeg Warriors, and they really deserve to win it.
Yeah, magnificent performance by the Nutmeg Warriors. This team would have come back really strongly in the most important game, the semi-finals. They would have defeated Saffron Strikers, and a team that would have defeated them on both occasions before. Now they have come back strongly and also defeated Cinnamon Pacers, and these were the 2 top teams in the tournament so far. You had Saffron Strikers with 15 points, Cinnamon Pacers with 13 points, and they have been the team that have been playing well through the tournament. They have came back here and really played strongly. First up against Saffron Strikers, and come back here and get the biggest score in the tournament of 143. And one must recognize the performance of McDonald. I think he would have changed things for Nutmeg Warriors, coming in and having a good score of 49 in the semi-finals, and come back in the final and also score 49. And I think that would have helped to transform the batting of Nutmeg Warriors. That really would have put them in this position we would have pulled off that tremendous victory.
Yes, so they won by 19. They've won by 19 runs. A great victory indeed. Cinnamon Pacers 124 for 1 in their reply to the Warriors' total of 143 for 3. Fletcher a good score of 65 and McDonald 49, but McDonald played a principal innings.
Yeah, he really played a very good innings. Coming off the inning he played yesterday in the semi-finals, 49. He added some 91 runs from 4 overs with Regis, who didn't get off today. But he showed that really he can hit the ball and played some tremendous shots. Some of the shots that he hit for 6, I thought was really brilliant shots.
Certainly was. They were great shots indeed. Let's just quickly go through the scorecard, and then we're going to give you some other details. Arthanez was caught Charles of the bowling of Alexis for 9, just a 1-6, and he's that batsman that needed to come off today and didn't. Campbell, however, was the one who came off, not out 78, 34 balls, 42 minutes at the crease, 9 fours and 5 sixes. Micah Narain, well, he played his role, 30 not out of 20 balls and had 2 fours and 2 sixes. In the end, 124 for 1, 124 for 1. A partnership, of course, of 88 couldn't really see Cinnamon Pacers home. Haston Jackson, none for 30 of 2. Josh Thomas, none for 15 of 1. He had a bit of an injury. Akeem Alexis bowled well, just 7 runs from his lone over and picked up a wicket. Darryl Cyrus, 2 overs for 20, didn't pick up a wicket. Sheldon Joseph had none for 19 of 2. And Fletcher, though he was expensive, 2 overs, no middle, none for 32. But he did play quite a remarkable innings, an innings of 65 that really turned the tide. Along with McDonald, they were the 2 mainstay.
Well, we did see before the inning began, it was important for Fletcher to bat right through the inning. For them to get up to any challenging score, he would need to bat through the inning. This is the first game that he would have played and batted right through the inning. And I thought he batted really sensibly. He started off, you could see him building an inning, which we probably haven't been seen more regular enough. But he started off really slowly, building in, and then he ended, hitting a few sixes in the last over. That really caused the Nutmeg Warriors to get up to that big total of 143 for 3. So he did play a good inning.
Well, let's look a little bit at some of the chief scorers, so to speak, in the tournament. Alec Athenaeus, and we can't finish talk about him. What a wonderful player he is. 496 runs, that's correct, 496 runs, had a height of 78 not out, an average of 70.86. Andre Fletcher followed that with 395, 101 runs less than that of Athenaeus. Had the highest innings in the tournament of 79, and his average was 49.38. Shondell Regis, a much quieter individual in terms of the batting, but quite frankly, he has contributed so very well. 301, highs of 55, average of 33.44. Lyndon Lawrence, 279, had a height of 64, and his contribution also very well. Devon Smith, maybe just a little under of his expectations, 266 runs, highs of 65, an average of 44.33. Roland Cato, who we felt should have done a little better, 253, highs of 45, an average of just about 25. So by and large, these are some of the top performers in terms of the batting in this tournament. This has been a well-run tournament indeed, and I'm sure that the Grenada Cricket Association, they will be very pleased with the overall performance and all the logistics that were put into this particular competition. The Dream11 Speyside T10 cricket. Let's look a little bit in regards to the bowling stats. Thank you so very much, Raphael Crony. Redhead, 11 wickets at an average of 16.36, an economy rate of 9.56. Well, he has bowled very well. Kenroy Peters, 11 wickets at 16.55, an economy rate of 11.38, a bit expensive, I dare say. Kem Charles picked up 10 in the tournament, 10 wickets at 9.61. Larry Edwards, the left arm orthodox, he had 10 wickets at economy rate of 6.95. Very good. The average per wicket for Larry was 15.3. Daniel McDonald had 10 also. Andre Fletcher picked up 10. The last couple of games were not so very successful, but his average was 18.1 and economy rate at 11.31. There were 9 wickets for Micah Narain, 9 for Javel St. Paul. Akeem Alexis also, he had 8, and John Olive 8. So those are the main wicket takers in the tournament. And as I said earlier on, it really was a fine tournament here. Lots of players, a lot of hard work, I must say, because quite frankly, thinking about 11 days of cricket, and every day you've got to be playing, it calls for a great deal of stamina and concentration.
Yeah, most definitely. The players had to be disciplined. Certainly they had to really be fit to go to the 11 days of cricket. We haven't seen much injuries in terms of players getting off the field. So certainly the players would have prepared, they would have worked hard, and we've seen that everything really worked according to plan. I thought that the pitch was well prepared for the tournament. The facility looks beautiful. As you look at the outfield and the grass, really in top condition. We really had this sort of facility and condition that is required for such a tournament. And I must say, as the tournament get deeper, as it come to the end, we would have seen some of the batsmen really coming into their own and playing some really good innings.
So the news is that the Nutmeg Warriors, they won this tournament. This the first of its kind, Dream11 Spice 10-10 cricket, and it was an absolutely wonderful experience for all involved, whether they were match officials or administrators or the players themselves. And for us in the commentary booth here, it was an absolute pleasure to be bringing you the broadcast. So on behalf of the entire commentary team and our scorers and the technical personalities who all amalgamated, combined their efforts to make this what would be deemed a bumper success. Stevenson Worm, until next time.
Well, just before we go down, yes, I must also share my sentiments in terms of the support of the staff and so forth. We probably will just have a little presentation as we see the teams are now gathering, officials, president of the Queen Area Cricket Association, who in my view probably will be very happy with the turnout of this tournament. They're going to just present the trophy to the winning team, Nutmeg Warriors. But yeah, it has been a really good tournament. The support staff have been really good. The Cricket Association must feel really happy about such a tournament like this. And we certainly await, as we would now go down to join Kerry Frank, as we now have the presentation for the first ever Dream11 Spice T10 tournament played here at the National Stadium in Grenada. Really, and the conditions are so beautiful as we come to the close.
Yeah, well, apology, we almost went, almost...
Welcome to the presentation ceremony for the Dream11 Spice T10 tournament. What a wonderful 12 days of cricket it has been. From day one to the final day, we've been thrilled by 32 exciting matches. Let's give first of all a round of applause to all our 6 competing teams in the tournament. So join me and give a round of applause to all our teams who have entertained you for the last 12 days. We'd like to recognize the members of the presentation party. We have with us the president of the Grenada Cricket Association, Dwayne Gill, and the first vice president of the GCA, Mr. Anderson Noel. We will start the presentation and we'll go straight into the business aspect of the presentation. The first award goes to the tournament's most valuable player. It is a player who dominated from ball 1 for his outstanding form, aggregating 505 runs with 6 50s in the tournament, a high score of 78, 77 and 74. 3 high scores in the top 5. Let's give a hand to the MVP of the Dream11 Spicel T10 tournament, Alec Athenes. He will receive his award from the Vice President of the GCA. You're just going to have a quick word with Alec. Alec? Alec, I know you're trying to get away from it, probably not finishing how you'd have liked it, but 505 runs, must be pleased with your individual performance.
Yeah, man, I think the hard work is finally paying off, and it was good to see that we could enjoy the tournament as it was, and I think the tournament is very lovely.
All right, we want to congratulate you, and we want to thank you for the entertainment you've provided, and we look forward to seeing you again, hopefully in other editions of the Spicel T10 tournament. So all the best as you move forward.
Yeah, man, thanks. Man.
All right, let's give a hand again to Alec Athenes, the tournament's MVP. We're now going to hand over the medals to the winners. We're going to ask the president of the GCA, Dwayne Gill, to assist us with the medals. And as I call your name, you'll call up individually. We'll present medals to the winning team. So we'll start with player number 45, Akeem Alexis. Player number 1, Javon Andrew. Player number 73, Samuel Charles. Player number 10, Daryl Cyrus. Player number 23, Nilon Francois. Player number 97, Riddick Halen. Player number 54, Haston Jackson. Player number 18, Sheldon Joseph. Player number 9, Donald McDonald. And the man of the match for the final, so let's congratulate man of the match for the final, Donald McDonald. All of the man of matches will receive their award at a later date. Player number 15, Dane Murray. Player number 13, one of the rising stars of the tournament, Shondell Regis. Player number 12, the tallest player in the tournament, Isaiah Simon. Player number 13, Josh Thomas. The coach of the winning team, the first Grenadian to play for the West Indies, Junior Randolph Murray, MBE. We'll ask the coach to receive the medal for the manager, who has to run off earlier but should be back shortly. And then the final medal, the captain of the winning team, the Spiceman, number 72, Andre Fletcher. So we're going to ask you guys if you can line up behind the banner. We can ask you if you can line up behind the banner. Okay, all right. So we're going to have some words with Andrea before we present the final award. Andre, congratulations. You guys are the first champions of the Dream11 Spicel T tournament. Must be ecstatic about that achievement.
Of course, I'm super happy. As I said in the start, we were counted out, but the belief that we had you know, as a team, you know, it was tremendous. And the way the guys came out and played today, it was exceptional. And I'm very grateful, I'm very thankful to our Lord Jesus who, you know, helped us to come out here and give us that performance. Without him, nothing was possible. And, you know, hats out to the fans who believe in us. You know, they never gave up on us. And I will say, to be honest, the strongest team on paper was Saffron. And unfortunately, they didn't, you know, come through this tournament. But I'm very happy and grateful for this.
I'm sure you can have a product here in Grenada that you can be proud of, that you can brag to your friends across the Caribbean and the world, that the Spice LT tournament, T10 tournament, is certainly up there with some of the best around the world.
Of course, I said from the start, I don't think there is any Dream11 T10 tournament in the winners that would match this one. You know, the way the guys came out and the talent that we have in Grenada, you know, I know for a fact everyone was, you know, pleased and was wondering where the players were. So hopefully, I'm hoping that we can have another tournament sooner than later, and the guys can come out and continue their great form, be consistent, and, you know, see how it can grow from there.
Well, Andrew, I'm not going to keep you much longer from receiving the big prize. I'll invite you to go to receive your prize now from the president of the Grenada Cricket Association, Dwayne Gill, who will now make the handover of the winners of the Dream11 Spice T10 tournament, Nutmeg Warriors! I'm sure Andrew now is going to go celebrate with his team, and all right, so that's it from the presentation ceremony. We want to thank you for joining us from wherever you joined us for our broadcast for the last 12 days. It was certainly our pleasure to bring you the sights and scenes of this tournament as we take in the final moments of the Warriors' victory. So from all of us who made this possible, we say thank you, and we look forward to seeing you to the next edition. We take you now back up to the commentary booth.
Well, they're absolutely elated, jubilant, and they clicked at the right time. Nutmeg Warriors defeating Cinnamon Pacers in the final of the Dream11 Spice Isle T10 tournament. As I said a little early on, though might have been a little bit premature, but we were absolutely happy to bring you the broadcast. Everyone who, in one way or the other, made this a success story, obviously it's a very proud moment, not just for the Nutmeg Warriors, but a proud moment for cricket in Grenada. So until the next edition, on behalf of the rest of the commentary team, and of course all our technical personalities here, Stevenson Worm, until next time.